Liverpool versus everybody. Hmm. How's everybody doing, man? Happy first week of Premier League football is back. I bet you guys are just as excited as I am to know that fact and feel it. So I just want to come and do a recap, kind of just of the opening week. And while I don't like to get too high, get too low, no matter how the first week goes for us or other teams, I do want to speak about some things that I noticed, some things that I saw, and then kind of build up to the game Wednesday, even though it's a bit early, but I kind of just want to get that off my chest. Myself, Jams, and Gary tried to do, well, we succeeded in doing a video via Skype. They have a recording option now, which we did, but for some reason I can't get the clip to be saved to my file and then posted on YouTube. So hopefully in the next few days we can get that out, even though it'll be kind of behind, but there's about an hour and a half of material there, so it would be bad for it to go to waste. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, just on Liverpool, again, first game of the season, I don't think we were even 75%. I mean, we did some things great. They had some chances. There were some things defensively that bothered me. So for me, the result is perfect. Well, it'd be perfect if we kept the clean sheet, which we should have. The result is good. I'll accept that. The performance in parts was okay, but obviously we know we got to be better. I think every team can probably pick that out. Maybe even City, even though they totally just demoralized West Ham 5-0, I believe it was. So, but yeah, for me, defensively, we just got to be better, I think, collectively. You know, obviously missing Becker is not going to be good, but that's why we go out and get Adrian, who I'm comfortable with. I respect him as a keeper. I think he's a good backup, as I spoke about. Very confident, good with his feet. I think he can help start our attack or counter attack if that's what the case is. So yeah, I'm comfortable with that. And again, we'll talk about the final with Chelsea on Wednesday. But I want to talk a bit about United Chelsea, specifically because we play Chelsea next. And as I said on Half Hope's hangout tonight, you know, Chelsea got murked. I mean, they got straight up spread open. You know, it's just they got ripped apart, and that I didn't see coming. I thought, if anything, a draw in this game, and for large periods of the game, it felt like that could be what it is. But then United just turned another level, and again, this VAR is going to be really big this season, guys. So get ready for that. It's going to be some crazy, I should say crazy reaction. I think VAR is going to be it's going to do its job, I think, for the most part. Now, us as fans can come out and say we hate it when it goes against us. At the end of the day, I think we all, or a bigger percentage of us, can appreciate the fact that we have VAR now. I mean, let's be real. All the offsides and the no missed calls and all that, it's going to be changed. So I'm happy about it. My thing is, if it could be a bit quicker, then that's cool. But I think right now, obviously, it's going to have some teething moments, and it's going to take a while for it to really, really, you know, catch hold and be something that we all can get used to. But yeah, Chelsea just got toe up, and that I didn't see. So I don't, you know, I want to give United credit because you beat a team 4-0. You know, a rival for top 4 honors is what those teams are shooting for. So you got to give them credit. And, you know, again, Chelsea's a team who weren't able to make any moves this summer. You know, they had Pulisic. They already had him coming in. They got some new young guys coming back. I noticed Kennedy was on the bench. Mason Mount, who they started, which, look, I mean, if that's what you're going with, Lampard, I know you're a young coach. You're new to this, but that's beyond naive. He also had Tammy Abraham, who I thought was looking the most, I think, lethal of any of their attacking players in that first half. I think he had 1 or 2 chances. He looked a bit lively. But again, you got those 2 guys starting, no Pulisic, no Conte. I don't really know what why you make that decision. I just don't get that. But, you know, that's the decision he made, and they just didn't look like they even had a plan, or they knew what their plan was. Or, you know, even Zuma, who I rate, the young center back, he was all over the shop. I mean, they just had no one who really was able to just, I guess Azpilicueta is their captain, he's their leader, but I don't know. It just, you wanted somebody to see somebody in that team to just say, hey, look, this is enough. We had our chance in the first half. We're good enough to get at this team. Let's keep getting at them. But at the same time, let's wrap up in the back. And they just didn't do that. And so, again, we got to give United an amount of some sort of credit. And I'm sure for their fans, the fact that they don't have to watch Ashley Young every week has got to be something that really, really pleases them when they go to bed at night. I mean, this guy Wan-Bissaka, forget the whole conversation of best right back or best fullback in the world. He's one of the best defensive players in the world. One of the best defenders. I don't care if his position says RB. As a defender, this kid, there's not too many on his level. And I'm not saying for his age. I mean in general, how clean he is. How he doesn't go to the ground unless he knows for sure he's gonna get the ball clean. I mean, this kid, he's so sure of himself, and you can see he's been working on going forward as well. So once he gets that, because there's no if with him. This is a guy who he comes from a certain people who have instilled an amazing amount of confidence in this young dude, man. He must come from a strong family. He's probably got a serious support system, and he just comes from some serious parents, man. I can say that. Tough, hard-nosed, probably had to fight for a lot of things that they got in this world, in that country, whatever the case may be. But, yo, this dude is on another level. On another level. And again, we can tease Maguire. And again, it's just one game. Again, now, Wan-Bissaka, barring any injuries or suspensions from him, this kid is going to be one of the best ever in general. Not necessarily the best defenders, the best football players ever, but specifically defending. Unreal. Him and Maguire right away changed that defense. And you saw it today. Now, we know what kind of team Chelsea put out there and all of that, but, you know, that the defense stood up for United today. And again, Paulie, when he's comfortable enjoying his football, I'm taking, for me, I don't, voice your opinions in the comment section. I respect all opinions. For me, Pogba over De Bruyne. De Bruyne's a good player, and you can see he's ready. He's on a mission this year, getting hurt last season. Maybe not feeling like he was so a part of getting that second championship with that injury he had, but this dude is on another level. I get that. For me, it's Pogba. The touch, the moments in big games like that where he could take over and do that. I mean, that long ball over the top. I mean, you got to be ultra talented to do that, man. And I know that maybe people think that's crazy for me to say. He's a professional football player, should be able to do that, but he can do that, I think, on a regular basis. The thing with Pogba is that however the team is going, he blends in with. If they're playing like garbage, every now and then Pogba will shine, and you'll see that he's the best of the rest. But sometimes he kind of just, hides in between all of that. So it's good to see that the United are doing good for him and that he's there. And I'm sure he doesn't really want to be there, but I think if they can get performances out of Pogba in that midfield, because other than that, the midfield is atrocious. United's midfield. I think even their fans will tell you that. Nothing really there. But again, Chelsea was that bad today. I mean, Jorginho is a complete joke. There was so much hype around that dude, and I don't care about first game of the season. He was a joke last season. Kovacic, Barkley, the less I say about him, the better. They just looked atrocious. So much respect to United. Shout out to Pogba. But yeah, they got the job done. I think, losing Lukaku, a lot of people are saying, well, why wouldn't you, replace or get someone else in for him? And the whole Lukaku thing ended really nasty, apparently, for what I've heard, and which is not cool. But that's natural pressure on Rashford and Tony. Tony M. So if they can do their thing and step up to the plate, United might be all right this year. They might be all right. Arsenal, wow. That Arsenal-Newcastle game, to me, was really good. I like those rainy, rugged, nasty games. I love that. So that was enjoyable to me. Newcastle had this cat that came off the bench from the French league, Saint Maximum or something. This brother is for real. And I mean, very quick, very confident. I mean, you got to be confident to come on the field with a Ninja Turtle headband on. I mean, that exudes confidence with blonde dreads. Yeah, that dude. But the brother can ball. And I expect to see more from him. Maybe from the bench, because he gave them a bit of spark. Of course, he didn't score, and nothing really happened in their mind as positive when he came on. But he showed some really good signs. So that's a player I'm looking forward to seeing more of. Arsenal, look, when they get Lacazette in there, Torreira, Mesut Ozil, Kolasinac, these guys that they signed, they could be pretty decent this season. And David Luiz, who's probably got a little bit to prove what happened with Chelsea. the whole London thing. Arsenal could be okay this year. Arsenal could be okay this year. Maitland Niles, amazing. Young kid, very hungry. I saw a highlight of him scoring an own goal in the preseason. I know that probably didn't sit too well with him. Probably embarrassing, but he bounced back in this game. He was a great. But so was Reese and these other young cats they had playing. Brothers out there balling. And Maitland Niles was the guy to get the ball and put a nice ball in the box for Aubameyang, who's just a cold-blooded scorer, man. And I gotta hold my hands up when they first got him and they were doing all the Obama blood clot and all that. I didn't really think he was gonna do that well in the Premier League, but this dude has shut me right up. So fair play to him. But yeah, once they get their guys back, Arsenal could be good this season. Could be. Rounding it off, man. I'm just talking about the top 4, 5, 6 teams here. City is not really much to say about them. We know what happened when they totally obliterated West Ham, so don't really need to go into that. Spurs. Aston Villa came on strong. Grealish and the boys. The Villains started off good. Number 7, I forget the guy's name. He was really good for them in the championship. I think he had the most goals. Nice finish, man. Nice quality finish. And then somehow Spurs just turned it on. And this kid in Ndombele is going to be incredible. He's going to be another player I'm looking out for in this Premier League, along with St. Maxim. I got to get his name correct, but the guy from Newcastle. But Ndombele is going to be good. He's physical. He's confident. He has his eye on a prize. And when I say that, I mean when he scored that goal, they're ready to, rightfully so, mob him, celebrate. He was like, nah, come on, let's run back. We shouldn't even be struggling with this team. And that's his first game in the Premier League. So I think he likes playing with Pochettino, and Pochettino has that character, that vibe, that way about him that I think most players, young or old, like to play for him. He's going to ride for you. He's going to lead you, coach you, and prepare you to be in the best position to win games. You saw what happened, him dragging him to the Champions League. Well, Lucas Moura dragged him to the Champions League. I'm going to talk about Lucas Moura in a second. But in Ndombele, he got a hell of a player on his hands. But Tottenham kind of the same for me in terms of, way to come back against a team that you should be wiping the floor with. So that was good on them. And Harry Kane, I think, got a brace. But, and a young fullback, I liked him a lot. I still don't know. I love Danny Rose. I think he's one of the most underrated football players, not just fullbacks, football players in the Prem. I would take him if we had a serious issue with left back, but we're good, obviously. I love Danny Rose. I love how he gets up and down the field. And he's another guy who it's hard to really see if he's really settled at Tottenham. I'm a little bit surprised that he's managed to stay there that long. Kyle Walker, then he's gone. And Trippier's gone. Trippier looks pretty good for Atletico, just saying. He's kind of the last man standing. But I still don't know about their team in the midfield. Winks is good. He's cool. I don't know if I really would believe in him that much. I talk about Ndombele. He was really good. I think Eric Dyer was on the bench. I forget who else they had in the midfield. But again, Lucas Moura for me, again, Pochettino not putting him in the Champions League finals as starter is one of the most. It's going to be one of the most unsolved mysteries of all time. I mean, seriously, just put a music track on that. You can put that right in the unsolved mysteries, greatest of all time. Because that just makes no sense to me. Lucas Moura, hat trick to get you in the final, no start. And you can see today, he was just so lively. I love how quick, how strong, how he just on it from the jump. And I think, again, he's another player where he's like, look, you skipped me over in the Champions League, but that's cool. I'm going to keep showing you. And I think we're going to see more, or we should be seeing more of Lucas Moura this season. I don't know what Son's situation. I think he was suspended. Dele Alli, who a lot of people don't rate Dele Alli. And look, last season was atrocious for him. But to say he's not a baller would be crazy. The kid can ball. And so last season, I don't think he wants to even remember that season. And so he wasn't that great, but the kid can ball. So I think once they get Son back, Lamela is pure trash to me, although he did some decent things today. I don't like him as a player, but Poch likes him. Maybe it's the Argentinian thing. I don't know. But Spurs can make some noise this season. I think Spurs and Arsenal, for me, United, you got to give them some credit. I was told that I should worry about Everton, but I don't know. Anybody see the game? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm excited about the season. I think, again, it's really early for us to really say too much, but that's just what I kind of got from kind of our rivals or teams around us, what they look like, what I didn't see from them, what I think they could do. Just something brief. I watched all the games individually, and so I know a little bit of how they looked, how they set up. But again, no team is fully fit right now. Nobody has all their, especially the top teams. They don't have all their players fit and firing and trained up and all that. So it's gonna take some time for everybody. But this game going into Chelsea, I'm excited about it. I think by what I saw today from Chelsea, it may not be a demolition like that, but I think we definitely get the better of Chelsea. I just can't see them doing much with Conte and with Pulisic. I don't care who they have. To me, I just don't see it. Now, Pulisic could give Trent some trouble on that side. The white boy can run. Okay, the white boy can run. So that could be tricky, but I don't, again, I don't really worry too much about who's going against Robertson because I think he's just all class, world class, all of that. So, but looking forward to the game against Chelsea. I think, for me, Chelsea tried to move the ball and be slick with it and all that. I think that worked for some moments, but it just seemed like they felt like they got to a point where they thought we've done what we could do in this game. And that's coaching, and that's a young coach, but you need some kind of inspiration from the bench. You need some kind of inspiration from the sideline. I don't think they really got that. So I think I'm going to cut off here soon, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I'll get more into Chelsea as it gets closer. But I wanted to touch on that briefly. I just think the matchups could be interesting, but I think for me, again, their midfield is, and our midfield hasn't been great from what I've seen. Or it wasn't great against Norwich. It was good enough. But I think against that midfield, Conte will help that midfield a bit, assuming he plays in probably an attacking role, I guess. I don't know. But even with Conte, Conte's not beating us by himself. And as far as their attacking players, Tammy Abraham was okay again, like I said today. But again, maybe Pulisic starting, but I don't really see any threats from them. But it is a final, and Red said it best on the Hangouts for HH. It's 90 minutes, anything can happen, but I just don't see anything but a Liverpool win. Anyway, thank you guys for your time. See you later.